Hello, my name is Brody,
Hi, I'm Max.
and in the following video we're going to show you the kinds of food that can be prepared in a tiny Korean apartment kitchen. When I told people that I was going to do a cooking show in my tiny apartment, people made fun of me.
And I agree with them.
In fact, people said it would fail like most of the things I've tried to do in my life.
That is direct quote from me.
People also told me that my mosquito netting is for small children. This is clearly not for children. But I choose not to listen to these people and do it anyways. So essentially, the only cooking tools I have in my apartment are a toaster oven, a tiny blender, a microwave that I refuse to use in fear of lowering my sperm count, and a stove on which only one burner works. So let's see what we can cook up with such a limited set of tools. So today we're going to be preparing a meal of mackerel and sweet potatoes. Because my kitchen is so small, we can only really make 2 dishes at a time or for a single meal. Anything beyond that is miraculous, I suppose. Start by adding about a tablespoon of oil to a pan on about medium-high heat. Here I'm using sesame oil and some spicy chili oil. Next, add about 3 cloves of chopped garlic and let it cook until fragrant. Next, add about 3/4 cup of green onions and 1 cup of diced peppers. Normally you would add the onion with the garlic, but Max put everything into the same bowl. After a few minutes of cooking, add about a tablespoon of vinegar, and I also added in some potato starch just to thicken this a little bit. After things seem cooked, take the salsa stuff off the heat. If you have less of a tiny kitchen or more than one burner, you'd probably be able to make this at the same time as you're cooking the fish, but this is kind of just what I've got to work with here. After the stuff is removed from the pan, add some oil to the pan on medium-high heat once again. You can wash out the pan here if you want, or leave the flavors from the salsa in there. You do you. Once the oil is heated, add your mackerel, and I'm seasoning the mackerel here with Sancho or Szechuan, some sort of pepper, Chinese pepper, smoked paprika, and white pepper. I like the flavor of the mackerel, so I try not to cover it up too much with too many spices. After the outside of the fish is cooked, cover it with a lid to raise the temperature and let the fish steam a little bit. For the potato things, I really need to find a better name for these. I don't know, chai sweet potato skewers.
Put your hands on the monkey. Run as fast as you can.
So for the potatoes, you're going to want to put about 2 tablespoons of butter into a microwave safe container. Is this container microwave safe?
No.
Put your butter in the microwave and microwave for about 30 to 60 seconds. And make sure to shield your genitals while the microwave is going. Into your melted butter, put about 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of cloves, half a teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of white pepper. Cut your sweet potatoes and onions into slices. Next, you're going to want to assemble your skewers, so alternate slices of sweet potato with slices of onions, and make sure to spread the chai butter mix onto each side of the sweet potato. Once they're completed, pop them in the oven. In a normal oven, these might take about 35 to 45 minutes, but in this oven that only goes to about 200 degrees, I think it takes like 3 to 6 hours. If you notice that your potatoes are a little dry, or you think they need liquid, I suggest putting liquid in the bottom of the pan that you put them on. I'm using tropical sparkling soju. Once everything is cooked, make sure to arrange everything nicely on a plate so you can have a photo of it to post to Instagram. And remember, likes are the best way to judge your self-worth. So even if you've accomplished quite a lot in your life,
if you don't get at least 10 likes, you should really reevaluate your like choices.
Okay, so we finished cooking. Now we're prepared to, I guess, try this. So
Hands up the